Tonight, let's get in some picks. Perk, you're up first. You're going with Chet Holmgren. 9 or more boards. Why?
Because they got to have it. I feel like, look, we know it's a beef. It's a rivalry between Chet and Wemby. He's going to be all over that glass like a fresh bottle of Wemby.
Stephen A., you like Wemby. 2 or more threes tonight. Why?
Because he's Wembyama. And I think he's going to have the opportunity to do that. And I think he's going to look for his three. Because why deal with the interior having to deal with both Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein? I don't think he's going to want to do that too often. So when the opportunity is there for him to pull up for three, I think he's going to take it. And I think he'll hit a couple of them.
All right, I'm going to go with a similar situation here, but I'm going De'Aaron Fox to have 2 more threes because he had 3 threes in Game 6 against the Timberwolves, and obviously that meant a W. Also, the Spurs are 5-0 when De'Aaron Fox hits 2 or more threes. Gotta have it if you're the Spurs tonight and you want to come away with a Game 1 win. Are we more excited tonight to see Wemby or SGA Perk?
Oh, Wemby. Because of the rivalry between him and Chet Holmgren. Like, listen, when they first started battling it out, it was like eye-to-eye level. And now this year, it's been a separation. And we know Wemby hates Chet, and Chet hates Wemby. So I'm looking forward to seeing that matchup. It is going to be physical. Also, I'm anxious to see, because Wemby are going to get, the Thunder have so many great defensive players. Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort. And remember, Alex Caruso last year guarded Jokic in the Game 7 and did a hell of a job. So he's going to get so many different bodies. I want to see how Wemby adjusts. It's going to be a lot different than what he went against in Minnesota, because you're going against the champs, and they got a lot of pride. And they're also going to come in with a chip on their shoulder because they heard your comments before this postseason started, what you said publicly that y'all dominated the champs this season, which they did.
I'm excited to see Wemby, no question. I'm intrigued to see Jalen Williams, who's going to be back in the lineup. He wasn't listed on the injury report. We know that left hamstring bothered him, forced him to miss 6 games or so in these playoffs. I'm really anxious to see how he's going to look, because I think it's pivotal. I think that with Oklahoma City fully loaded, they win this series. If Jalen Williams can't go for them, they lose this series. I think he's that important. But I'm still excited to see Wemby because of what Big Perk pointed out in terms of the dislike that him and Chet Holmgren have for one another, purportedly. We'll see how that is. But I also like the size that Oklahoma City and the different looks, whether it's the Carusos and the Dorts of the world, along with Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein of the world, the different bodies that they can throw in the direction of Victor Wembanyama. I'm anxious to see how he's going to answer that challenge, that call, because I don't think this is going to be what happened in the regular season where you face them 5 times and you lose to them 4 different times if you're the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think this is going to be a different kind of matchup.
Okay, I was going to bring that up too. Remember, the Spurs won 4 out of 5 times when they faced the Thunder. We'll see what happens tonight. Let's recap, though. We've got Chet Holmgren to have 9 or more boards, Victor Wembanyama to make 2 or more threes, and then De'Aaron Fox to also have 2 or more threes. Those odds plus 675 right now for a parlay on DraftKings and advance to the Western Conference Finals. As for Minnesota, they lost by 30 points. Julius Randle, 1 of 8, finished with just 3 points. Anthony Edwards shot just 9 of 26, yet he still finished with 24. And during locker room cleanout on Saturday, both Naz Reid and Dante DiVincenzo pointed out a lingering problem within the Timberwolves. Listen to this.
Probably just moodiness. You look at both of those teams and they're playing for one another. They're excited to be on the court with one another. And, they're a team where they're selfless.
I think it's simple. You have a locker room that is extremely talented, and you have a locker room that are not bad guys. When you have a locker room full of good guys, you can get through those things. But once you have, stuff in the locker room that's, pointing fingers at one another and stuff, it just takes that humility to understand that, whatever's needed, it needs to be done.
Okay, so moodiness, and I'll summarize what Dante DiVincenzo kind of was saying there as well. What do you make of those comments?
I mean, that Julius Randle is out of there. He's out of there. And here's the thing. They're absolutely right. You cannot have that type of energy in your locker room and you're trying to compete or go and win a championship. I always use the term lose yourself in the team, right? Lose yourself in the team. That should be every team's motto that's trying to get to the promised land. We don't hear that from the San Antonio Spurs. We don't hear that from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Matter of fact, the Oklahoma City Thunder get called corny for their post-game interviews and how they all standing in the camera together with the towels and stuff like that. That's called camaraderie. And so when you hear those comments, it's only highlighting one individual. And so if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves, number one, Nas Reed should be a starter in the near future. And I'm talking about next year. I'm tired of him coming in off the bench. He is a starter in this league. But if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves, there's two people that you're exploring for us trading them. Rudy and Julius Randle for sure.
When Nas Reed and Dante DiVincenzo, two good players, two good guys, that are real and authentic, comes and they tell you there's a problem in the locker room that has to be dealt with. It's that simple. Julius Randle, Big Perk, is an incredibly nice guy off the court. On the court, moody as hell and can't hide, as you would say, his body language. Can't hide it. But here's where the onus has to be on somebody like Anthony Edwards. Let me say this to Anthony Edwards. Sometimes when you lead, you got to be an asshole. You got to be an asshole. You got to get in people's face. You got to let them know, yo, it ain't going down like this. You keep doing this stuff, you're going to be up out of here. You see, Ant-Man alludes to things, but that smile, his personality, how great of a guy he is and stuff like that, it doesn't speak to a level of accountability. Like you can't worry about being loved. You got to worry about making sure that everybody's on the same page and everybody's committed to doing their job. When Jay Williams comes on national television and shows you on television at least 4 or 5 plays where a guy had no effort defensively, that can't be okay.
It's not.
And Ant-Man said it. We had seen a lot of stuff throughout the season. Well, why the hell didn't you do something about it? That's the point. And it's going to be on Ant-Man to be like, yo, sometimes got to be a bad guy.
That Minnesota, that trade for Karl Anthony Towns, if Karl Anthony Towns help lead the Knicks and win the championship, it could go down as one of the worst trades in NBA history.
Okay. Throw that out there. And that's why they are not in the Western Conference Finals. You know who are? The Spurs. They're going to tip off tonight up against the Thunder. Do Victor Wemby and San Antonio have what it takes to take down that 1 seed? We'll discuss it next.